going on, SPRT? We are back again with a new video on this stock. We can see up to date by about 15.42%, which is really good. We have a bit of time to go until the market does close, but things are moving in the right direction again today. If we look at what we saw yesterday, you guys will know that we had a massive spike up in price, and that is fantastic as well. So really, we are in a very fantastic position, in my opinion, with SPRT stock. So as always, guys, a technical analysis is coming up in this video, and a little bit of a news update, which I think you guys may want to know. If it all sounds good, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, but do remember, this is not financial advice, and it's only my personal opinion. But if you could share this with as many people as possible, it would be appreciated, and it will be helping the channel out massively. But now we're going to jump into this one and start off over here, because I want to speak about what is happening tomorrow. Now, this is not really brand new news to anybody. It was published 6 days ago, and we've spoken about it on the channel before, but this is happening tomorrow, so we are just going to briefly recap on it. So basically tomorrow, SPRT is holding a vote on its merger with Greenridge Capital Holdings, which is going to be a good thing. Obviously, could work as a catalyst. People could see this in a very positive way, and subsequently could have a good, effect on the share price going forwards, in my personal opinion. Either way, whatever you think to this, I do think it is a good thing personally, but whatever you think to it, it is happening tomorrow, so please do keep an eye out for that. I will keep you guys informed as time does go on, but I just thought I would give you a reminder that that is happening tomorrow. So that's what we are seeing for the latest potential catalyst in the future. One thing that I want to see is something which I could imply to the market, is the interest for the search term support stock. So this is SPRT. You could type in some other search terms, but I thought that is a generalized one which tells us how people are looking for this stock. And obviously SPRT for searches had very high searches back on the 27th of August and the run up to that from the 25th to the 27th. Now this is when we saw the share price increase the most, so it was inevitable that the searches were going to go up as more and more people wanted to find out about this stock, and then subsequently we saw the interest drop over time as the share price fell. Now what I find interesting is that now we actually have hit a low for the search terms, and now we appear to be coming back up, so I'm very happy with how we are moving for the interest from Google on SPRT as a search term. I think it does show that more and more interest could potentially be coming back into this stock, and that can only be a good thing in my opinion. So I'm happy to see that over there. Now I want to take a look on Twitter and have a look at the short interest figures that we apparently have for the stock. Now this is coming from Will Mead on Twitter. Bear in mind, guys, there are other sources for this, but this is just one source. We've looked at other sources, but we can see here it is estimated that the short interest for the stock is 61%, which is phenomenally high, and this obviously is potentially primed for the big squeeze before the vote tomorrow at 11 AM Eastern time. And again, that's what we just spoke about. Now scrolling down a bit further, we can see that Will Mead speaks about S3 and their top 3 shortest stocks according to them, and this is actually placing SPRT at number 1, which is a good thing in my opinion. So we're seeing some really good data right there. Again, things are looking good for a potential push up a little bit higher in my personal opinion. Who knows what could happen, but things are definitely looking good. If the interest does stay there, if we see investors continue to buy and remain bullish on this stock, I think things are in a very nice position. I think we could subsequently see some higher moves upwards in my opinion. But now let's move on to the technical side and what we are seeing over here for the stock, because things are looking good over there as well. On the 1 day, we are up by about $3.6, which is really good. So $3.60 roughly at the time of filming. We're up by about 15.8% roughly as well. Obviously the market is still trading, and things could happen by the time that this video was made and by the time you're watching it, but things are looking okay as of now. Now what we are seeing today in the trend is clear. You can see that, but I will just refresh the page to get the most recent information, but the trend is very clear if we do look a bit closer. We saw a similar thing to what we were seeing yesterday, in the sense that we did have quite a flat morning, a bit of a push up from about 10 o'clock until about quarter past into half past. Now from there we fell until about 11:50, and from 11:50 all the way up until 2 o'clock nothing really happened. 2 o'clock into half past 2, a little bit of a move upwards, but still nothing, and half past 2 up until 3 saw a bigger move, and then from half past 3 up until 4 we are seeing some very nice moves, which again in my opinion could have the same effect of what we saw yesterday, in the sense that we have seen a big push up towards the end of day. It will definitely get people thinking about this stock overnight, and it could have people wanting to buy as soon as the market does open. Again, on top of that, we do have this catalyst now of what is happening tomorrow, so I could see more and more growth tomorrow anyway, as people see this as a good thing, but it is very hard to see what people will interpret this as. Now let's have a look on the more technical side at what the figures that we are seeing. So we're going to come over here to SPRT on Yahoo Finance and look at the data that we have for this. Now things are looking really good over here on the 1 day. It's actually looking quite similar to yesterday in my opinion. Obviously the run up is not as big, but the trend is quite similar. So yeah, the moving average figure that we are seeing right now is at 25 and 17, which is completely fine. We are seeing an RSI figure of 73. Now this is something which I mentioned yesterday. It did rise up towards the end of yesterday's session, similar to how it is now, and that is because the price has increased. When the price increases quickly, the RSI generally speaking does increase as well. So we are seeing an RSI which is quite high, but that is obviously due to the fact that we have had that massive push towards the end of day, so it's not really anything to be too concerned about. And on the 1 day we can see where we are right now. The trend for the MACD is becoming bullish as well, which is really good. Now the 1 day data is all fine if we are looking for the potential moves into tomorrow, but I think to get a more wholesome view we should have a look at the 5 day data, and this will show us a moving average figure of 24.46, which is below where we are right now. This is because it is a lagging indicator, as you will know, and subsequently when we see a big push up like this, it doesn't really track it in time, it cannot keep up, and we are seeing an RSI figure up here of 79, so coming 1 point away from 80. 80 is technically overbought, so yes, 79, very close. That would need to cool off in my opinion. I would be happy if it did, but we'll have to see what happens into tomorrow. It was quite comfortable at mid parts today, so if we can get back to where we were at mid parts today, which I think we definitely could, that will be fine. Again, like I said, we saw a very high RSI figure up here yesterday when we had this big push up, so I'm not too concerned about the same thing happening today. That's just my thoughts and opinions though, and we can see the MACD trend is becoming bullish massively as it did yesterday, as is shown by the chart down here. So overall, what am I expecting for tomorrow for the stock? Well, ultimately, I think it will probably be a green day, and that's just my personal opinion. I think if we can see a relatively flat green day, that would be completely fine. If it's a consolidation day, that's fine as well, with only a small amount of growth, but I would love this one to stay in the green and not lose too many of the gains that we have found today. The lows that we were seeing today, if you were wondering, were found down here. We can see these on a figure on the more simple charts. So the lows that we were seeing were at a price of roughly 22 and 16. So ultimately, I would not like us to drop any lower than that. I think what would be a very nice level of support if we were to drop tomorrow would be to come back down here to the low $24 range. Obviously, it's much higher than where we started off the morning today. So yes, that would be a nice level, but I would love to see us really see some consolidation at this 27, if not the high $26 range. Just my personal thoughts and opinions. Do make sure to tell me yours down below because I want to hear all you guys have to say. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Goodbye. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching. See you soon.